The clock showed 11:47 at night when Ethan, a night food delivery driver, received an unusual order. The address was in a distant, almost abandoned neighborhood where no one else delivered anymore. The app didn't display the client's name, only the location. Ethan hesitated for a moment but accepted. The road was long and shrouded in thick fog. Few lights illuminated the way, and the sense of isolation grew stronger with every mile. When he finally arrived, he saw that the street was completely deserted. Old houses, some in ruins, loomed like shadows under the faint glow of flickering streetlights. The house at number 76 looked abandoned for years. The peeling paint, dirty windows, and rusted iron gate gave the impression that no one lived there. However, a dim light flickered inside. Ethan felt a chill but stepped closer and pressed the intercom button. A deep silence filled the place. No answer. He pressed the button again. The wind blew, making the wooden porch creak. Then a hoarse, whispering voice echoed through the intercom. "Come in. The door is open." The doorknob turned on its own, and the door creaked as it slowly opened. Ethan hesitated, his heart pounding faster. The inside of the house was dark, with a long hallway ahead. The air felt heavy, thick with the scent of mold and something else, something rotten. Ethan stepped in cautiously. The wooden floor creaked under his steps, and the heavy air seemed to press against his chest. The hallway stretched ahead, dark and narrow, with slightly open doors on both sides. The silence was absolute, broken only by the rustling wind outside. Weak light flickered from the ceiling, casting shadows that seemed to move on their own. Ethan called out for the customer, but his voice echoed unanswered. The house smelled of dust and rotting wood. Something in the air made his stomach turn. He took a few more steps and noticed a framed photo lying on the floor. When he picked it up, he saw it was an old picture of a family. The glass was cracked, and the faces were faded. The name, Henderson, was engraved on the frame. Before he could process what he was seeing, a loud creak echoed behind him. He turned quickly, but no one was there. Only one of the doors, which had been slightly open before, was now wide open. A chill ran down his spine. Breathing heavily, he approached the open door. The room was dark, but something gleamed on the floor. He knelt and found a crumpled note with shaky letters. "You shouldn't be here." The sound of footsteps echoed from upstairs. Ethan's heart pounded. The footsteps upstairs were slow, heavy, dragging. They didn't sound like just footsteps. It was as if something was sliding across the floor. He wanted to run, but his body was frozen. The hallway light flickered violently until everything plunged into darkness. A whisper echoed in the darkness. It wasn't a single voice, but several, overlapping, hissing. "You came too late." The front door slammed shut on its own. The stench of rot became unbearable. Something was there, with him. Ethan fumbled for his phone, but the screen flickered and died. No escape. He felt an icy wind blow from behind and turned slowly. At the end of the hallway, a figure stood against the dim light. It was a tall man, his skin grayish, eyes hollow like black voids. He wore an old, tattered suit. The most terrifying thing was his smile, wide, distorted, impossible. Ethan stepped back, but the man moved forward without lifting his feet, as if gliding across the floor. The voices in the shadows whispered again, "He never left, and now neither will you." Ice-cold hands gripped his shoulders. He screamed, but no sound came out. The world around him dissolved into darkness. The next morning, a new order appeared in the delivery app. The address? House number 76. The customer's name? Ethan. The screen flickered. Someone accepted the order. The house was waiting for the next one.